Take 3. I keep either swearing immediately. The first take I chopped the top of my head off, and the second one I swore right at the beginning and messed it up. Anyway, take 3, I'm not doing another one. You're going to have to suck it up. Housekeeping to start with. Very briefly, quickly. Check that out. A guy called Derek made me a nice little sign. I need to hang that around my neck like one of those. Thank you for that, Derek. Appreciate that, mate. And then a guy by the name of Glyn Norman sent me, you know, I was moaning, wasn't I, in one of the videos about fuck, they're comfy, about having, don't swear, do you think I got away with that one? It was very brief. What was I saying? I'm not doing another take. I was moaning about having sweaty hands, wasn't I? And I was using mechanics gloves, not latex gloves, when the weather was hot. Anyway, he said, try these Hyperflexes. They're made by Ansell, the company that make the touch and tough gloves that I use. Really comfy. So thanks for them, mate. And then a guy called Matt sent me some calipers to be Cerakoted, and he also sent me a couple of boxes of Touch and Toughs and a few other bits and pieces, and this t-shirt. Apparently this is his mate's company. I did have a quick look on the website. Go and check them out. Pretty cool. So that's that. Anyway, to the point. I got this beautiful motorbike back out of storage. I've just spent an hour cleaning. So it just had this sort of film of dust everywhere. If you looked at it from a distance, it didn't really look dirty, but I was getting absolutely filthy working on it. Just this sort of dust everywhere. Anyway, wafflage. I've just spent ages cleaning, so I won't bore you with how to clean motorbike lessons. Some people like to know what products you use, don't they? It's no secret that I'm a massive fan of Kosh Chemie stuff and Built Hamber. So for this, my cleaning process is Built Hamber Auto Foam in one of these pumpy up bottles. You can pump them, they're good these, and you can put the air line on and pressurize them at the same time like a foamer. So that detailing brush, and then I use a hot hose pipe, not high pressure, just rinse it all off, and then get busy with my leaf blower just to dry it all off, and then leave it out in the sun to dry properly, and then get busy with some GT85 in all the electrical connectors and the fuse box and that sort of thing. A little bit of silicone spray here and there. Yeah, it's squeaky clean now, which makes me happy. Right, so today we're going to get this thing running. Carbs are over there on the bench. They've had gym juice in them. They've been brake cleaned off. They're not together yet because I've been waiting on. There's a box on the bench over there from CMS NL. Hopefully, I haven't opened it yet. There'll be some genuine float bowl gaskets, some float needle valves, a new air filter. What else? Oh, I ordered some, you know, the bolts for the seat were missing, or they weren't the right ones, were they? They were a weird. Anyway, so I've got what I think are the genuine Suzuki bolts for there. I've got them from a GSXR 1000 K1, K2, which the seat bolts on in the same way. So the bolt, the washer, and the little spacer. What else? Am I going to get disturbed? Just heard. No. It's my wife going to pick the kids up. Now I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, we're going to get it running. Get the carbs together. Oil and filter. There's a battery that the owner bought for it. Let's get that on it. I'm really interested to find out what it sounds like. Oh, and did I mention the rear master cylinder's seized up, isn't it? I haven't done anything with that yet. There should be in that CMS NL box. There should be a new genuine Suzuki piston and seal and stuff for that master cylinder. I hope to God I got the right one. That master cylinder seems to be used on loads of different bikes, so I'm fingers crossed that's the right one. I've got I think they're the right ones. We'll have to check. I've got new grips, remember, because it's got heated grips, and I'm going to off the heated grips and put it back to standard. Anyway, let's have a look what's in that CMS NL box, and then we'll start doing actual work. Okay, So from Fowler's, can't even remember what I got. I got an oil filter, not very exciting. I got the gasket for that end cover to turn the crankshaft, and I got 2 grips. That one, let's have a look, shall we? Okay, is that the correct one? That looks pretty good to me. Identical. If you're wondering why I've got the tube, you can't just buy the right hand throttle side grip on its own. It comes with the throttle tube, and we want to put it back to standard Suzuki grip, so we've had to buy the tube as well. So that's that. And then obviously the matching left hand side one. The box I really want to look in, let's stick that back in there, is this CMSNL box. It's a couple of weeks and I can't remember exactly what I ordered. Air filter. That was a good find because they're discontinued. Somebody rang me after watching part 1 to say, whatever you do, don't put a K&N in it, it won't run properly. Is that the right one? Where's the old one? It looks right, doesn't it? Wowzers, look at the difference. Part number is identical. Fucking marvellous. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, somebody rang and said, yeah, don't put a K&N in it. They put one in theirs and it ran like dog shit, apparently. Bit bizarre, but thank you for the information. And then what else we've got? Oh, we've got a keyring this time, a blue one. We've got little spaces for the seat I was talking about, the washers for the seat, and then the 2 bolts, genuine ones for the seat. Genuine float bowl gaskets. The 4 in there? Yes. And then genuine float needle valves. Oh, those are the bolts. There's a couple of bolts missing holding the metal bar that the seat hooks under. And I ordered those thinking they might be the right ones because I wanted to go with genuine Suzuki ones. Don't know, we'll have to investigate. And then that kit, genuine Suzuki, but that's the piston and seals and circlip and booty thing for that, to rebuild that master cylinder. Okay. Why haven't I got spark plugs? Oh, I must already have them in stock, perhaps. The spark plug debate, you know, I said when I took them out, they were, what were they, DRATSs? Something like that. I thought they're not right. I went down a spark plug rabbit hole. It should have, as far as I can tell, it should have JR9Bs, which are the 1200 Bandit plugs. It should have JR8Bs, according to the Japanese website I found. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going to get the carbs back together. Now I've got the carb bits. That's not exciting, is it? Putting some float bowls on and putting some floats in. Let's get the carbs together. Get the carbs on the engine. Get all the airbox stuff back in. Air filter in. Let's do that first. And while that's happening, I can drain the oil out of it. We'll make it up as we go along. I'm keen to get that master cylinder apart and make sure that's right as well. Well, let's do work. Right, drain this oil out before we do the carbs. What's that? 17 M&Ms. Fucking hell, tight. Too tight. Behind a fucking jumbo jet in there. How clean is it? Very clean. It's having new oil though. It's no way that's staying in. Top tip. Is it a top tip? I don't know whether it is. You ever get your oil filter wrench stuck on the oil filter and it's really annoying? Well, as you're undoing it, you're twisting the wrench on the filter right so it gets jammed. So what I do is, you can go back to, if I can make the ratchet fucking change direction. Teaching you to suck eggs, I know I am. but go back to as if you're tightening it, and you'll hear a click from the oil filter wrench, and then it won't be quite so stuck. You basically, fucking hell, I'm doing a really shit job of explaining this. You basically go backwards and forwards with a filter wrench, click, 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 click on the filter to a point where the filter is hand tight, but the oil filter wrench is still loose. Like that, and then it's not, you haven't got to fucking hammer the filter wrench off the filter when it's covered in oil in the oil drain tray. But you knew that already, didn't you? Of course you did. Right. Fucking that looks quite new, although I have everything, the whole front of the engine got cleaned when I was cleaning. Right, let's leave that like that and go and do some carburetors. Yeah, carb assemblage, not really much to see. Everything is super duper clean. They haven't been ultrasonicked or anything. They just got carb juice in them and then left for a couple of days, kept giving them a snifter of carb cleaner, and then they've been washed out with brake cleaner, just aerosol brake cleaner, and then blown out with an airline. New bits there, float needle valves, float ball gaskets. Yeah. Nothing to see, really. I'll get these together and then we can have a bit of a fight putting them on, or hopefully not too much of a fight. There's also the old heated grips to get off, aren't there? I'm hoping that's going to be fine. That looks like not a huge amount of a job. It's got this, is that, yeah, that's double-sided taped on there. So that's that off, and then where's the wiring go? Yeah, it's this wiring here, look. Guessing that is, oh, it's not even connected, look. That's good, so it's not hardwired into the bike. That's a 5-minute job, isn't it? Okay, let's get those carbs together and then we can attack this. Get the throttle cables on, carbs on. Airbox is going to be a bit of a... Can't fucking... A couple of weeks ago now, I remember how it goes back together. I've got all this gubbins under here. The battery tray is out and... Yeah, it's not complicated, is it? Get that together, put some oil in it, and get to hear it, or get to hear this exhaust pipe. I'm assuming it's going to sound fucking lovely. Okay, welcome back. It's actually, so much for getting this done in one day. It's the next day now. I got pulled off onto something else. The carbs are back together. I've put them together, clearly. I've done the O-rings on here to split the ends off and the centre, just to do those seals. There, and there. That's done. They've had fuel supply to them overnight. Nice and dry, no leaks, which is perfect. Yeah, I started on another job, which isn't something I'm filming, but I thought this is a good one to show you. Talk about nasty carburetors. What are they? VZ750, an old Intruder 750. They'll come good, I think. I'll flash some pictures on the screen. This carburetor is still completely locked up solid. This butterfly is... The varnish has just gone so hard. And that's there. You can see the gym juice working. It's dissolving. It's sat overnight, dissolving that varnish. So I'll leave them soak for another couple of days, probably try and soften everything up as much as possible, and then I'll put them in a hot ultrasonic tank just as they are in one piece, because all the jets are seized, the slides are rock solid, won't move, the needle's stuck in the emulsion tube down in there, I think. Anyway, that's not what this job is about, is it? I'm just thinking, before I put these carburetors on, come over here, I think it's going to be really sensible to take these inlet manifold rubbers off and eyeball the O-ring and put them back on with some 1207B, some 3-bond. I don't want to have vacuum leaks. I don't want to go to the trouble of getting it all together and then find I've got a fucking vacuum leak. I don't know whether the O-rings on these are removable or whether it's moulded into the manifold itself. Still quite rubbery though. Either way, I'm going to take these off, put a little bit of sealer on them, wash them back on. If the O-ring's replaceable and I've got the right size O-ring, I'll put a new O-ring on as well. Yeah, let's do that, and then I'm not going to have to take the carburetors back off if I find I've got a vacuum leak. Not that I think I would have, but it'd be sod's law, wouldn't it? I wonder how tight they're going to be. Not very tight at all. Oh fuck, is that oil pipe in the way? Oh, you fucking bastard. Really? Oh, Suzuki, what were you thinking? Let's do this one and have an eyeball first. Let me get that one off. Yes, let's get rid of that clip. Right, okay. It is an O-ring that's removable, and it's pretty well stuck on there. I don't think I'm going to have a problem here. Shall I just chance it and not remove them? Oh, you know what'll happen if I do that though? I'll be taking the fucking carbs back off, won't I? Just I can't be bothered. I'm in a... No, that's not fair. It's not that I can't be bothered. I'm just thinking that O-ring is, you know, in really good nick and sticking out. You know, it's... You know what I'm saying? And it was well stuck on there. Decisions. I can virtually guarantee that if I don't do them, I'm going to be taking the carbs off, aren't I? Fuck it. I'm going to take them all off and do it. Otherwise, I'll be kicking myself. Let's get these oil pipes out of the way. Oh, there's a fucking coil in the way as well. Not if I get an Allen key, there isn't. Get that pipe off. Everything is like fucking new on this bike. It's incredible, isn't it? How old is it? 20 something years old? More than 20 years old? Waspy, go away, Waspy. Oh, get off. Fuck off. Go away. Do you remember that Michael McIntyre sketch? Maybe only the people in the UK will get it, but he does this whole sketch about wasps and whether you're a wafter, or a panicker. It's quite funny. I think I'm a wafter, personally. What the fuck are you going on about? Right, that should bend out of the way because it's got a little flexy. Unlike that GS6R, it's not one solid piece. They're independently movable like that. I think this is a sensible thing to do. I'll have a look, see if I've got some new O-rings. I probably haven't. So I'll just be brake cleanering and putting them back on with a little bit of 3-bond. You'll see from this one just how stuck they were. Let's get this bolt out. Not sure I showed it with the other one, but I don't think they were going to be a problem. Both bolts are out, look, and it's sticking on there still. Yeah, really stuck. O-ring stuck to that. Pretty sure that wouldn't be a problem, but if I 3-bond them on, then we know it's not a problem. Right, I'll get that done. I'll bring it back in when I'm having my carburetor fight. Marvellous. The O-ring stayed in this side on this one. I've had a look. I don't have any O-rings, unfortunately. They're nice and rubbery and not squashed particularly flat, so it will be fine. We just a little bit of brake cleaner. Like that. Clean the O-ring off. And all you do is, you don't need gobs and gobs of sealer. This is the stuff, 1207B3 bond. You've seen me use this a million times before. Literally all you need to do is just get a tiny little bit. By the way, this stuff fucking gets everywhere. Like, honestly, you think you've contained it, and it fucking stuff is just a nightmare. You literally just wet the O-ring with it. I've got a bit of a skin on that from wrong fucking one, Jim. That one. Just pop it in there like that. You get the idea. I'm changing my gloves immediately because, yeah, you think you've wiped it off your gloves, and then you find that it's all over your fucking tools, and it's just a bloody disaster. Oh, fucking sweaty hands, I hate it. Why am I not wearing those Ansel gloves? Okay, that way round. Like that. You get the idea. Right, I'll carry on. I'll see you on the other side. Fucking hell, guys, were you paying attention? Because I clearly wasn't. It's the wrong way round. Silly boy. It's a dead giveaway because it says fucking up on the bottom of it. I just knew it didn't look quite right. Quick enough, the 3 bond hasn't gone off. It's better. Right, see you in a bit. Just thought of something else too. I mentioned this in the last video, I think, didn't I? If you have gone to the trouble to take these off, to seal them back on, just put them on a, let's get that O-ring out there. A bit of glass or something flat, just fucking rest them on something flat and eyeball them. Because it's quite common for them to be like a fucking banana. And then, like I said in the other video, a little bit of wet and dry on a bit of glass, just flatten them out. Yeah, that, right, bye. Right, okay. Carburetors are here. What we need is some sprayage. What have we done with my GT85? Give everything a bit of a snifter of that. Now then, fucking hell, was this the bike I had all that trouble with the throttle cables? I think it might have been. Right, which is the puller? Right, that one is the opener. I've got to deal with this throttle tube, but we'll do that afterwards. So, oh God. Which is the... That's the opener. Fucking hell. Fast forward this bit. Going to need another pair of fucking hands, aren't I? Yeah, I need some pliers is what I need, I think. Oh God. Fuck me. I feel like, oh, maybe if I just go from that angle like that, straight down there. Or even, can I go up from the bottom? I don't ever remember like Bandit's been this much of a pain in the arse. Maybe my skill is fucking depleted as I've got older. Might have something to do with it. My eyesight certainly has. Oh, come on, you fucking bastard. What the fuck? It's because the camera's there. I swear to God. If the camera wasn't there... there we go. You can get it from here, I think. Come on, in. Thank you. Oh, it's the wrong fucking side of that now. What are you doing, you fucking dummy? Yeah, you all found it fucking hilarious, didn't you, in the last video that I couldn't get the bloody throttle cables off it? What on earth is going on? I'll go back in that side. How am I struggling this much? My fucking glasses are slipping down my nose. Oh God. Somebody said get your eyes lasered. The fucking problem is, guys, you'll laugh if I tell you, I'm also wearing contact lenses. On top of my fucking reading glasses. Right, there we go. Yeah, I'm blind as a fucking bat. Right, that's the opener. God, if I've got them the wrong way round, I'm going to be very cross. No, that is the opener. Okay, cool. Let's not get them twisted, because that would also upset me. That is closer. Welcome to how not to fit throttle cables. Right, you go in there like that. Just pull you. Fucking disappeared in there. Let's have that rag. I don't want to scratch the paint on the engine. You rest there a moment. Okay. Make sure we have functioning cable, which we do. Jump cable can stay out of the way for a moment. Now, I think it'd be sensible, wouldn't it, to do the grip, get all this tightened up before I... in there. Right, let's get that grip off there. Number 3 JIS, isn't it? Right. Put you there. Let's get rid of you. Heated grippage cutters. I need some side cutters. I'm assuming it's not even, there's no connection at all to the bike loom other than to the battery, so should just be able to just pull all this gubbins out of here. So that's the controller. Got a scrap bin, and that I think is that grippage. Is there a cable tie there? Yes. Cutters. Rid of that. Okay. Now then, bit of brake cleanerage. Get all the shmoo off that. And then, tell me I'm wrong, but I think the best lube for a throttle tube is just engine oil. Obviously you don't want it fucking running out everywhere, but I think that's the best option. Right, that's that lubed up. Now then, I actually need one of these not on, don't I, to give me enough free play. Oh, fucking hell, I'm going to have to... Yeah, these carbs are going to have to go in further, so I've... like that. Just leave them loose for now, and then I've got the... pull these throttle cables through so I can attach to the handlebar. So... you can't fucking see what I'm doing there, can you? Do you want to get closer? Is that any better? Now you're exactly where I need to fucking be. I'll stand behind the camera. Yeah, I've got the cable unhooked down on the carbs just to give me some extra free play in these cables so I can get them on the... so the pull, this is the one that activates it, this one. That's connected still. Which goes this side here. And then the other cable that's really... fucking hell, are you not going to fit in there? Come on now. Ah, there we go. The other cable... oh, Jim. Sorry, guys. You're in my way now. That's my excuse. Let's get that switch that side. POV mechanic video. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's really hard with you in the way. I'm working, literally, my hands are either side of the camera. Right, that's that. And I've got this one disconnected down on the carburetors. So it gives me enough, theoretically gives me enough free play to... hang on a minute, stand by. There we go. Gives me enough free play to be able to hook it round there. Like that. Like that. Let's get this back on the carb. Like that. Right, there's a little noggin in the little peg in the switch which goes into this hole in the handlebar. If I had £1 for every time I've taken the switch gear off and the peg's been crushed because it hasn't been lined up properly when somebody's done the screws up, I'll be a rich man. Right, okay. I need to find the screws for that switch. I think they're in this little tray down here. That'll be them. Long one in the back. Short one on the other side. Right, okay, I'm going to continue, because you're in my way now, I'm going to continue to fight these carburetors on. And then the airbox, the air filter. There's a new battery here, which the guy brought with him, which needs to go on. Get the plugs in it. Fucking hell, be ready to start it, won't we? That'd be exciting. And then the elephant in the fucking room is the rear master cylinder, isn't it? Have I got the right parts? I don't know. That's one hurdle to overcome. And then the other more pressing hurdle is I've got to be able to get it apart in the first place, haven't I? So we'll get to that. I think I'll get it running first and cheer myself up, and then I'll fight with the master cylinder. Right, I'll see you in a little while. Carbs pushed on. They're actually a bit of a fight. I had a bit of a job pulling them off too, didn't I? Seem to remember. Yeah, I didn't show it on camera. Not that I'm embarrassed or anything, but I just couldn't get enough force because there's not a lot of gap between the airbox and the back of the carbs. I got a long piece of wood down on the back of the crankcase, stuffed some microfiber cloths around it, and I could get a little bit of leverage and wiggle them and oink them on. Anyway, they're on. The clamps are tight. Airbox is pushed up. Airbox clamps aren't tight yet. I've just put the screws in either side there. Air fill tray next. In there. Like, oh, who's here now? You fucking staying, or are you just pulling in my driveway? No, you fuck off skiing. What was I saying? Yeah. Oh God. Right, go again, Jim. No, fuck it, I'm not doing another take. You're here to watch me fix motorbikes, aren't you? Air filter in. Do up those clamps for the airbox. And we've got to put the battery in. We're ready to go then, guys, I think. I was just thinking, actually, while I was doing those carburetors, and I wanted to mention it, some kind, in fact, two of you, independent of one another, sent me, remember I mentioned the article, the Practical Sports Bike magazine article about this versus a GSXR 1100. Well, two of you, independent of one another, sent me the article, which I thought was very fucking sound of you, so thank you for that. I've put it, for those of you that are patrons and are in the Discord, if you look in the, I've made a file called GS1200SS. I've put the PDF of that article in there if you want to go and have a read of it. It's quite a well written. I like Practical Sports Bike magazine. It's a good, I haven't had it for a long time, but it's my sort of magazine, that. Okay. Right, batteria. Right, and the battery, let's turn it that way so you can't see his name and address. And the customer supplied this. Did he supply a shit one or a good one? That is the question. What is it? I don't know, some fucking no-name Chinese fucking thing. I was hoping for a Yuasa, and I've got a Enduro line. I mean, it's a battery in it, but it's not what I put on it. Better put that on charge for a little while. I'm going to go and have some lunch is what I'm going to do. Put that on charge. We'll come back and fit it. Right, okay, but speak fucking properly. Okay, guys, battery's been on boil. Battery is installed. That's all nice and straightforward and easy peasy. Got fuel supply hooked up. Got my vacuum pipe that goes to the fuel tap. Normally that's blocked. It's got oil in it. Send it. Full choke. Oh, got to pull the clutch in. It's a Suzuki. Fucking hell. Instantly on 3 cylinders. Fucking hell, it sounds nice. How is that coming out on the microphone, I wonder? Let me put the mic over here. It's got that, can you see me? It's got that really deep bandity sound to it when they have a nice exhaust on. Right, just let it warm up gently. Go and get some vacuum gauges for the carbs. Okay, it's idling pretty nicely on all 4 cylinders. Little bit of a wobble to it maybe. Let's, it's not very hot yet, but of course it's not water cooled, so I don't want to get it super hot before I connect the vacuum gauges, because I'm going to be reducing the amount of fucking time I've got to, you know, you can overheat these things by just leaving them idle too long. Let's connect the vacuum gauges up and see what's going on. Get rid of that vacuum pipe. Right, vacuum gauge is hooked up. Contact. That is pretty bloody good, isn't it? 2 and 3 are out a little bit. See if I can get to the screw easy enough. I can't see, I need a torch. I'm going to call that good enough. Okay. Fucking marvellous. That was way easier than I thought it was probably going to be. Guys, I think... So I've got this master cylinder to do now, haven't I? Which isn't going to be a 5-minute exercise. And then I've got front brakes to bleed. What else have I got outstanding? I think that's about it. And then obviously put the bodywork and all the bits and pieces back on. I'm going to call time on this. This is the end of part 2. I didn't think there was going to be a part 3, but I don't know how long this video is, but it's more than half an hour long at this point. It must be, unless I can do some magic in the edits. The sweet spot seems to be between 30 minutes and 45 minutes. That seems to be the best sort of length of video as far as I can tell from the analytics. Most people, I know some of you don't, but 85% of you plus give up after half an hour, so, which is bizarre to me, because whenever I watch something I watch it all the way through to the end, but whatever. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in part 3. Get that master cylinder built. I'm going to just carry on. I'm going to film part 3 now and get it all done and edited. What I might do is, which I've done in the past a few times, is if part 3 is available early, I'll just bosh it in the Discord, in the, what's the chat called? Latest YouTube content conversation, whatever it is we have. I'll put a link to part 3 in there. So if you're watching this and you're a patron, go and check out that conversation in Discord, because it might be that I've posted part 3 immediately, because I'm literally going to carry on filming now. Love you all. Thanks, guys. See you soon. This is take fucking 2. I managed to chop the top of my head off in the last one, and talk about fucking... No, can't swear. Don't swear. Fuck's sake. Jim's juice worked quite well. Bit of a transformation. So that is a soak in Jim juice, and a bit of an ultrasonic clean to finish him off. Happy days.